At the time, I was a freshman in college. I had just finished my final exams for the semester and was enjoying my well-deserved summer break. It felt like the perfect opportunity to recharge and relax after a hectic semester. However, it was during this period that a good friend of mine happened to offer me an excellent job opportunity and suggested that we should apply for it together. It was at a construction site offering a seasonal job, perfect for short-term employment during my summer break. Construction site jobs generally pay well, so I could earn a lot in a short period of time. The timing was perfect. With excitement, I immediately started working. Following my friend's lead, I found myself working at a tunnel construction site. One of my tasks involved directing dump trucks within the tunnel using marshalling batons to guide them and managing smooth traffic flow. I would wave my hands and yell, "This way, please," directing them. Since I had no experience and was just a college student doing part-time work, it was natural that I could only be assigned such simple tasks. It wouldn't be efficient to assign such tasks to higher paid laborers. Among the various tasks assigned to me, one stood out as particularly crucial: collecting delivery confirmation tickets from the dump truck drivers. It seemed that the dump truck drivers would get paid based on the number of loads they delivered. My role was straightforward: climbing the elevated platforms at the tunnel's edge to collect delivery confirmation tickets from dump truck drivers and handing them over to the manager at the end of the day. There were a total of 8 dump trucks rotating in and out, loading and unloading, ensuring a continuous flow of work. So, after the 8th truck finished loading, the rotation would start again with the number 1 truck. As I gradually adjusted to working in the dark tunnel, I also developed a level of familiarity with the job. Over time, I struck up friendships with the dump truck drivers, engaging in casual chatting during breaks and establishing a sense of camaraderie. It has been 4 days since I started working. As usual, last 8th dump truck has departed, and I was waiting for the truck number 1 again to begin with the next round. I wondered how long I had been waiting. In the distance, I saw the headlights of a truck. Finally, I thought to myself, the dump truck number 1 is coming back. But to my surprise, the arrived truck wasn't the truck number 1. With a total of 8 trucks in rotation, the 8th truck has departed, so the next one should have been back to the truck number 1, but the one that just arrived wasn't. No matter how dark the tunnel was or how subtle the differences between the trucks, I could easily identify each one. Yet this one was unfamiliar, a dump truck I'd never seen before. It struck me as odd. I brushed it off, thinking perhaps a new addition had been made to the fleet. I continued to guide this new dump truck with my marshalling baton, yelling aloud, "Come this way," as it was noisy from heavy construction machines. As I approached the driver's side window to receive the delivery confirmation ticket, the window rolled down, and I glanced at the driver's face. Oh, this must be the new 9th driver, I thought to myself as I glanced at his face. I looked at his face more carefully so that I could remember for next time he comes back at the next round, but there was something undeniably peculiar about him. It's a bit odd. In the dimly lit surroundings of the tunnel, he was wearing dark sunglasses, and his hair was dyed a striking shade of deep red. Moreover, there seemed to be something dripping from his face. Was it sweat? It wasn't that hot. Why is he sweating so much? But then I thought to myself, oh, maybe he just sweats a lot, or maybe he has no AC in this truck cabin. Without much thought, I received the delivery confirmation ticket and returned to my post. But something was wrong. This new 9th dump truck. It hasn't shown up since then. I only saw it once and then it never showed up again at the next round and the next. Suddenly, I started to worry that I might have messed up things and I might get scolded by the supervisor, or even worse, get fired. On the other hand, could it be that I had merely imagined the entire episode? All sorts of thoughts crossed my mind, but I decided it would be better to address the matter with my superior before it escalated further. So during lunchtime, I talked to the foreman about the 9th truck I saw earlier. Upon hearing my account, the foreman seemed extremely puzzled, almost incredulous. He said that would be impossible, insisting that I must be mistaken. Besides, the number of delivery confirmation tickets collected was correct. Surprised by his reaction, I decided to recount the number of delivery confirmation tickets one more time. 8 trucks made 6 rounds, so 8 times 6 is 48, plus the 9th truck that came, making a total of 49 loads. But the delivery confirmation tickets only had 48 sheets. Why is one missing? What's even stranger is that my friend, who had been with me in the tunnel the entire time, doesn't seem to remember anything about the new 9th truck when asked. Even though we worked together, he seemed unaware. I was so frustrated that I described it in more detail. I vividly remember the truck driver wearing red sunglasses, sporting dark red hair, and sweating profusely. I recounted, seeking confirmation from my peers. Yet despite these distinct features, no one seems to recognize him. At that moment, the foreman's expression became very serious as he fell into contemplation. But what's even stranger is that suddenly the other workers started arguing with each other loudly, as in a heated debate, and the atmosphere became tense. Puzzled by the sudden shift, I couldn't help but wonder, did I do something wrong? Did I make a serious mistake? At that moment, one fellow worker who had been observing the whole situation approached me and said something shocking. A few months ago, during additional construction after the tunnel foundation was completed, there was an accident. A large steel bar fell onto the driver's side of the truck. The driver was seriously injured and died on the way to the emergency room.
The truck driver had serious damage to his head. The driver always wore sunglasses. It must be that driver you saw today. And the red hair, it must have been blood.
With those final words, I had to quit the job. I've never believed in ghosts, nor have I seen them in my entire life, but now I'm confused. Was the injured dump truck driver from the accident the same individual I saw earlier? If not, who was that man with the sunglasses? And why were workers arguing with each other right after my account? I'm still disturbed.